Alrighty. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the announcements portion of this premiere. Baptized in Blood is beginning. This is going to be our first session. Yay! Wonderful. We love that. We love that about us. We love that about everything right now. This is a good time. Hopefully we're going to, I'm hoping for a wonderful time, but, hope everybody has a good time. Couple of quick announcements. The weekend games are now on a every other Saturday cadence. So if you want to plan out in advance when you need to be here, right now is the day that Door of Eternity and Baptized in Blood would be playing, and then 2 weeks from now. So we had to shift it up just a little bit just to make sure everybody could get here and be available and ready. That in mind, we won't have Door of Eternity tonight. Player absence was well known in advance. I forgot to adjust the schedule personally, and that was my bad. But yeah, it was well known in advance, so there's that. No Door of Eternity. Sorry, this is going to be the only game we play tonight. That'll give us a little bit more time on the back end to have, a little bit of a bigger session one, because normally we would have this scrunched up against Door of Eternity's start time, and so we would have a hard stop for Baptized in Blood, but tonight we don't necessarily have that. Okay, let's go through the schedule real quick. So on the 11th we have Kingdom of Darkness at 8 p.m. US East. On the 21st, we have Baptized in Blood, and I don't recall if we have At the Door of Eternity or not, because the schedule in Door of Eternity's channel is different, and it starts again in July, so I'm not sure if we have Door of Eternity again. And then Kingdom of Darkness again on the 25th. So I want to make sure Baptized in Blood is good for... Yep, it is. And Kingdom of Door of Eternity... starts again in July. Okay, yeah. We do have some house rules to go over, so I'll go over that a little bit. You're going to see some really fat criticals if a character makes a critical hit on an enemy. Those deal a bucket load of damage instead of just a little bit of damage, or instead of just doubled dice roll of damage, which can feel a little weak. They do a buttload of damage, so the numbers will get crazy for that. We kind of do a different thing with spellcasters, where any kind of spellcaster can learn a spell, provided they have the means available to them, like a scroll or a book or that sort of thing. Wizards have an advantage to that, of course, because that's part of their spell feature, their class features, but the other classes can learn spells. A couple of other quality of life things for my players, but they do have a reaction called Get Down, Sir, that they can use, and I love it when they use it, because they basically, tackle the president, whoever's getting shot at or whatever, and, mitigate the damage and that sort of thing. It can be very helpful for saving squishy spellcasters, so, those things. So you might see that kind of stuff happen. Don't panic. We're not using a full 5e rule set. We are basing our rules off of the Legacy rule set, so 2014. But some of our rules are different than those that have just been adjusted to suit the setting better. We choose setting over rules, so cohesion in the setting first, then the rules, and narrative over rules. So sometimes you'll see me rule of cool something, and sometimes you won't. If it makes sense to me, I'll adjust it. If not, is what it is, right? Or if the spell's very specific and clear about something, for example, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bring back our players, and we'll get started. So, alright folks, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do introductions. We're doing a new thing this this chapter where a player will do the introduction, and I will just kind of sit on my ass and let you guys do that while I tinker with stuff in the background. So let me go ahead. Does anybody want to volunteer to introduce everybody? Or no? Okay. Raven, you're going to introduce everybody. So Raven, go ahead and, the way I normally do it, you pick on somebody, they introduce themselves, right? You're in charge of that, Raven.
Why me?
Well, I don't know. Because out of these folks, you've played with me the longest. That's why.
Oh, Sironi, yes.
Go ahead, Rose.
Well, I'm supposed to introduce everyone, so let's start with me first. Hi, I'm Raven. Apparently, I played the longest with CJ so far.
Yeah.
You might know me from several campaigns. The previous one I played James. This campaign I will be playing Amelia. And I'm just not gonna spoil too much about her yet. Let's go just from the top of the row. Alicana.
I'm Althana. I'm finally not the shortest time of being here anymore. However, I play Elia Kolov, a human who is not supposed to be here.
I mean, fate has brought us here one way or another.
Yes.
Daniel.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Cinder, the Daggling Barbarian, a little ball of happy fury.
My name is Darrow. I'm playing Renault from a previous campaign, human paladin and missing a foot, which seems we all are missing some kind of. A lot of us are missing a lot of limbs. That's just, yeah. I'm not special.
I mean, we're special in our own little ways, aren't we all?
Yeah, factually untrue.
Don't tell him that.
Jordan, you're up next.
Well, hello. I am Jordan. I'm playing Thalen Verkarlager this game. He worked and schemed quite hard to be here, actually, and he's hoping to do, as usual for my characters, his absolute best.
And last but not least, Vi.
Hello, my name is Kiva, but I play as a dark elf named Vi. And that's it, because she doesn't talk much.
Did we get Darrow? Did we get Darrow?
Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that everybody hasn't
I
lost
from
him.
top to bottom.
Okay.
I'm nice.
All right. My brain definitely just deleted that section of the introductions.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's
maybe
fine.
he isn't special, actually.
Wow.
It just that's just what happened. Okay. Go ahead and do the
perception check.
Yeah, go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do the read-in, and then we will get started. So let me get this going here. The war carries on. In every village in the south of Krunth, in every town and city, there are bodies in the streets, buildings burned to dust. Screams of the innocent and of honorable warriors reach for the sky all hours of the day. Hellcorth is besieged on all sides, a fortress city that closes the gap between the eastern and western Scarapticas. It guards the shortest road to the north. The Kruth Defense Force holds on to it, paying dearly in lives for every foot of stone and street. The gutters run red with the rain and snow mixed with the blood of heroes and demons. Tal's crusade sorties and skirmishes daily, probing for weaknesses in the city's defenses. When the city falls, the roads to the north will be open. Every day the CDF holds onto the city is another day that Tal's forces are delayed from heading north. That is another day the Corinthian military can reinforce the Great Wall that spans the width of Corinth along the cliffs of Navarre, the divider between north and south. Every day counts. Yet this day could be the city's last. Tal has levied his might in a thrust whose blade has sunk deeply into the city's heart. His forces have long encircled the city, and now they have breached the northern gate and are coming up the causeway in force to take Helkorth's great tower, an edifice which stretches higher than any other in Corinth. Men and women fight and die valiantly, stemming the tide of horrors that have entered the breach. As his personal legion, the end of all things, presses forth, General Massini rallies his troops. It is in these dire moments of blood and fire that we find our heroes following their sergeant to a hole in the gap, a hole that the undead are pouring through. He's a veteran of this long war, had been fighting since it all started in 1st Expeditionary. Never takes his helmet off. Some of the other sergeants call him Bucket. You're pretty sure he'd beat you to death with that thing if he heard you call him that. He looks at you from behind the slits of that armet as he peers down this alley where your metal will truly be tested and says, "Draw steel, boys." And here we go. All right. We're going to roll initiative.
Getting into it, I like it. Where can we find initiative?
Well, it's in the combat tracker, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's in there if you can't find it anywhere else.
So it's under the character portrait to the left.
Yeah, we have new character sheets that we're dealing with, so.
Oh, over there. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, I was muted this whole time. Why does my name look weird?
Oh, it's probably because of the. Let me fix that.
Yeah, Cinder is the only one that doesn't have a name for me.
Well, maybe
Of
if you
the
got,
player character.
if you took some time to get to know me.
We know each other for 2 months.
Might be able to score a game of cards if you survive this.
Alright, I might have to drop you back in. What's your initiative roll?
20, plus 2.
I see it. It's a 5.16. Thank you very much. Sorry, an old prototype was holding that position for you.
Oh, wait, sorry. I think I clicked it again by accident.
I got it. Okay. Oh. My bad.
I believe the sun is gone.
I went blind.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hold on. That's because it is supposed to be very early morning in winter, but I will give you a little bit of light.
Dark vision.
Is that better? No.
I'm still blind.
Panics inhuman.
Panics in. There we go. I'm just gonna do this. There. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Bright as day.
Bright as day. It's just after dawn. It's at dawn right now. It's 7:13 in the morning on Croisius the Third, 10:50. Musadai is the day of the week. Okay, Thalen, it's your turn.
Well, up and at. How much movement do I have? I am encumbered right now.
Yes, you're encumbered at the moment. Give me,
I think, off the top of my head, I think I only go 25, but I want to be able to find that and know it.
yes. So if you look at under your character portrait, there's a number directly below your armor class.
And if you carry more, your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
Ah, okay. There we go.
I love how these skeleton folks are mad, ecstatic, perplexed, cynical, overwhelmed, and oh,
They have emotions.
it tickles me.
Thankful. I want to get to know the thankful one. He seems chill.
All right. Just happy to be here. I think I'm going to move up right here, and I'm going to prep an action to just make a melee attack if someone engages.
Sure. Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. That brings us to this puzzled skeleton archer.
He seems pretty decisive to me.
He's just unsure of who to shoot at. And he misses his target. He fires a shot off at Sergeant Terry. That's how you know him. And that is the end of its turn.
All right.
These skeletons are pouring from the gap. Charging forward. Cinder! It is now your turn.
Finally, I've been so bored. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna rage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hit.
That is a 7. That misses.
But it still looked cool.
It did still look cool. What does it look like when Cinder charges and draws his weapon?
Kind of running a little bit off balance because the weapon weighs about a third as much as he does.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And describe Cinder for me.
Cinder is a like 4'8", 86-pound ball of fury, snarling, rushing into this first skeleton with this ball and chain. And as he whips it out and he starts swinging it around, he tries to use it as a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm. Thalen, you see this guy come running by, matching you in speed, and takes a big swing at this skeleton who's kind of encroaching the group there, giving it pause. And we're going to move on to the next. And you are raging, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. The sergeant moves forward with his ball and chain. Says, "That is not at all how you do it." Swings, hits, dealing 15 points of damage, doubled to 30, because the skeleton is weak to bludgeoning, shattering the thing and sending its bones and flesh skittering across the ground. That's how you hit him. Okay. And that is the end of his turn. Amelia.
Amelia is going to move a little bit in position. There we go. My character sheet didn't want to open. With her right hand, she grabs a little bit of powder from a pouch that was on her hip and sprays it forwards towards the puzzled skeleton archer.
Wow, this guy here?
Yes.
Okay.
Shooting out a green bolt of fire.
"13 hits.
Don't know why it doesn't automatically roll damage for me, but okay.
Are you having...
Gives me the option.
Is the card above the attack roll still available for you?
I see.
There you go. 5. Good hit. The firebolt blasts into the skeleton, blowing off a few chunks of old armor. Looks like it's Onsai in make, and sends bits of it scattering to the ground in flame. Okay, end of your turn.
She takes a couple of steps back,
Okay.
and that's end of turn.
Renault, it's now your turn.
All right. So Renault is gonna walk forward, right up here next to Cinder.
Mm-hmm.
Run. Doing the wrong tool. Careful there, little guy. Don't get surrounded. And
Oh, I forgot he was condescending towards Cinder.
not on purpose. Not on purpose. You know. And I'm gonna take a swing with my longsword, which is not really my longsword.
What is that?
Did that roll?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, you
For
rolled.
some reason I can't.
You rolled twice. Let me delete the second one. You rolled a natural 1 on your first swing.
Oh!
Yep.
Yep.
He's not just telling me that because I can't see it, right, guys? Right?
No.
Everybody got my back.
No, that's right
All
there.
Damn.
I got receipts.
Yep.
Good start,
Walk
Renault.
back. I can't
Open
believe
mouth.
that.
Insert foot.
All right. So you swing. The skeleton in front of you parries your blade. Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the end of my turn. There's not really much else I can do.
All right. It's the skeleton's turn. Is approaching you, Thalen. The skeleton's going to move forward. It's going to take a shot at you, Renault. He's just going to punish you for existing. Yeah, that's going to hit
He's
you.
welcome to try. Oh, okay, well.
Yeah. Dealing 4 points of poking damage. As you are saying this and you're making your swing, as you swing, you leave yourself open and an arrow catches you under the arm, under your right arm, where your armor is it's thinner than usual. Okay. Let me see something. Something's not showing for you. That's something that I'll have to fix later. Okay. This mauler is going to move forward and take a swing at your combat sergeant, Terry of Hillsfar. Big old swing. His maul. He hits him. Dealing 8 points of bludgeoning damage to the sergeant. Okay. Next up, we have this skeleton warrior. He's going to move 30 feet to here and make an attack on the sergeant as well with his short sword. With a miss. The sergeant manages to parry the blade with the haft of his ball and chain. And now it is Vi's turn.
Alright. What do we got here? Oh, wow.
Yep.
We got problems. That's what we got.
Now, is targeting the same way with the T? Am
Yes.
I targeted correctly? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to provide Cinders some support, and I'm going to start throwing daggers. I'm gonna pull a dagger out and try to throw it in such a way that it kind of goes between the neck and the head, like in the head area. Try to like knock it clean off. No momento. Now it says a sneak attack as well.
Yes, you do have an ally within 5 feet of him.
So.
There it goes. Ooh! Ooh, it's a crit! Ooh, look at that!
It says precision strike. Yeah. And since it was a sneak attack, so it's a 1d6.
Yep.
What is the damage? There we go. D6. Crit.
Yeah. Yeah. Good night. The dagger goes end over end and hits this guy right in the fucking head. Yeah, you can describe how you finish that thing with that crit.
So while everybody is kind of like engaged in this active combat with everybody, I kind of like make a step forward, and it has to do a spin. While I am at the end of my spin, I'll throw the dagger, which kind of like glows slightly purplish, and it just like a straight arrow towards the skeleton's head with just enough force and power to knock it clean off.
Yeah. The skull flies backward into this skeleton behind it, bounces onto this skeleton's head, which then bounces onto this skeleton's head, and then it hits the floor in front of Thalen.
Please tell me it does like 1 damage. Please.
Bonk, bonk,
It's
bonk.
doing a emotional damage for sure. The mild existential crisis that he will never do anything like.
Elia, is your turn now. Unless you want to move by, are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. She kind of surveys what's going on. Kind of like skeletons. Let's see, I forget how far do I get to move. I have 30 foot. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I happily come over here besides Thalen. I take a look at the puzzled archer that was fired at a moment ago and injured.
That's 40 feet.
I thought I went 30 because I went diagonal.
Oh, you moved it not diagonally. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used the arrow keys, so.
Yeah, that's why it's doing. That's why I did that. Okay. Okay, which one you're tolling the dub? This guy?
Yep, the one that was injured a moment ago. One that my comrade shot at.
Mm-hmm.
So she holds out her hand, chants a few words, and hopes to see the skeleton fall apart into pieces. Hopefully.
It's interesting. It's now showing me a history of your movements when I hover over your tokens.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
Okay, this guy needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Sorry, I was marveling the technology. He passes with a natural 20.
Let's see it. And unfortunately, it doesn't do half damage on a save, does it?
Do not believe so.
Nope.
It's a save or suck.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Tis
That's what I thought.
Tis a save or suck. Okay. It is now the skeleton champion's turn. He's going to move forward 30 feet. And he's going to dash. And get there. That is the end of his turn. This guy has fairly good armor on, plate, this light shield, and a great axe. Okay. This is the end of his turn. Balin, your turn.
R.I.P. prep to attack.
R.I.P. prepped attack? Yeah, probably. Go ahead and describe yourself more fully. We're going to use round 2 for that, I think.
So Thalen's an average build. He's a Corinthian. He's got black hair that's swept back, and I think he's got combat experience, but it's very specifically in controlled environments. He doesn't have a lot of war experience. I think he's looking pretty nervous right now.
Okay.
And he's gonna see that Sergeant Terry is surrounded and try and take a step forward and help with that.
I gotta get used to hovering over these things instead of clicking on them. Okay, you step forward. These skeletons are menacing with their weapons drawn. They're ancient looking. They've got old Onsai armor from probably 20 years ago. Or 14-ish years ago at this point.
I'm gonna try and smack this one that's crowding the sergeant.
Sure, yeah. That is a 14. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. $11. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, 11. That's good. Deal significant damage to this skeleton, scrambling its insides with your rapier.
That's good. That's gonna make him feel not so scary up close.
Yeah. A couple of ribs pop out. You know. You did something. I assume that's the end of your turn because you're level 1.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay, so this skeleton is going to target... let's target you, Thalen, actually. He's gonna shoot at you. 17 turns into a 21 and hits you.
Oh, there's all
For
kinds of crits tonight.
3 points of damage. Not a full crit.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought the green meant crit.
No, green just means it hits. If it's a double check mark, it's a crit. If it's a regular just X and red, it's a miss, and if it's a double X, it's a crit. It's a nat 1.
Oh.
I think Thalen sees that one coming and rolls it onto the prosthetic. Still hurts, but didn't hit me.
Okay. It'll be this guy now. He's gonna move in. Gonna take this position here. Just behind the sergeant. And it looks like they're starting to surround him in order to pull him down. Sort of light infantry tactics to take down a heavily armored foe. So... this guy misses, though. The sergeant raises his shield. Blocks the attack. And the hammer comes sliding off and hits the cobblestone street beneath him, upending one of the stones there. Okay, that is the end of that guy's turn. It's now this guy's turn. He's going to move forward. Let's see, he's going to go this way. And here. He's going to take a swing at Cinder. That does hit Cinder. Let's see. Oopsie. Wrong click. There we go. Dealing 10 points of damage, halved to 5, because you're raging. Okay. This skeleton's gonna kind of scooch in to attack the sergeant. Natural 1 would have been 2 points of damage. So the sergeant swings his shield around, blocks that attack. Just a whirlwind of swinging shield. And the skeleton's going to make an attack on him as well. It's almost like they can sense he's the most combat experienced guy here. And they're trying to kill him first. Okay, and that also misses. Cinder, your turn. Daniel. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. I just couldn't get my mute.
Oh.
I am going to attack this one right next to me.
Okay. Let's get a close-up of that token art. Well, yeah, that hits.
That's how you hit something, Foot.
Uh, 12 damage to this guy. Yeah, he's annihilated with 24 points of damage. Just shattered, bones going everywhere behind him, rattling against that tree.
Just completely copied the
sergeant.
Sergeant's move.
Yeah. That's who you're supposed to be learning from. Stab at the sergeant from the skeleton warrior. Just trying to get a blade into the gaps in his armor. Looks like a miss. The blade skates off, making a rusty noise. Which brings us back to the sergeant. He is going to make his attack on the mauler in front of him. Hitting it. And destroying it. Okay. That is the end of the sergeant's turn. Amelia, it is now your turn.
There seems one mauler left, yes?
Let's see here. Yes, this guy.
Yeah. Amelia is going to point her right arm forward, which is a prosthetic. With all the snow and the winter, it's probably pretty shiny at the moment. A small gemstone in the palm of her hand lights up as she casts Magic Missile.
Ooh.
On the mauler.
Oh.
Man, fuck that guy. So how do you want to do this? You want to do this like the easy mathematical way, or do you want to deal? Or do you want to roll 1d4 plus 1 each time?
I like the randomness of 1d4 plus 1 each time.
Yeah, that's how you should do it technically. It just doesn't want to do it that way because of the limits. So yeah, go ahead and roll 2 more d4 plus 2.
I'm just gonna do this. There we go.
Yeah, that works. So 8 and 4 is 12 against this mauler, right? This one?
Yep.
Alright, so minus 12. It's still up. Significant damage, though. You blast it with these missiles, and they take big chunks out of its torso, ripping out armor and bone. It's still standing, though. Its spinal column is still intact. End of your turn?
Yeah, that was end of my turn.
Okay. Renault, your turn. Can't hear you, Renault, if you're talking.
Ah, I was muted. Okay.
Really?
As much as... Yeah, I know. As much as I don't like being shot, I like my sergeant being attacked even less so. So I'm... what's going on with this guy with the red background?
He is their sergeant, essentially. He's their skeleton champion.
Then I know who I'm charging at. I'm gonna go ahead and take a decisive step forward.
Overtop this,
I can choose
yeah.
overtop the corpse of the skeleton. I mean, he's already a corpse, so like the corpse of the corpse.
Corpse of the corpse.
Anywho,
The remains. The remains.
the remains of the corpse.
Yes.
Shield raised on the left, sword on the right. I am going to swing for the hills with this one.
19, you swing for the hills, and that hits his ass. That does hit his ass, but you did target yourself.
Well, oh no! I smacked myself in the face.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Yeah, I got you.
This is why I check. 2 points of slashing damage dealt to this skeleton champion. Appears
Amazing.
to be resistant to slashing damage.
Maybe I'll get his attention off the sergeant at least.
Is that what you want? Okay.
We'll take it. I'll take it.
Alright. It is now the overwhelmed skeleton warrior's turn. He's going to take a swing at Thalen. 22 hits, Thalen.
Yeah, that does it.
Yeah, that does it. A little poke for 5 points of damage. As this is beginning to look bad. We missed your description, Amelia and Cinder, didn't we? Well, Cinder, you've already described yourself. Amelia, we missed your description, didn't we? We're just kind of moving through the action pretty fast, and I want to slow down just a tad.
I'll describe myself in the third round.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So then that's this skeleton warrior's turn. It's over. This skeleton archer is going to take a shot at the sergeant. Uh, 17 misses. It is now this skeleton warrior's turn. He's going to take a swing at the sergeant as well. They're trying to kill him. Nat ones it. As he swings, his blade bounces off of the sergeant's armor, coming completely loose, going end over end. The skeleton reaches up to try to grab it out of the air a few times, and then it lands at its feet, blade down, bent more from the cobblestone, and pulls it from the ground.
What a maroon.
Right, what a maroon. It's now Vikacha's turn.
Right, let's see. Target this one. And this time I'm just gonna pull out my bow
Mm-hmm.
and take a center shot at the skeleton that's directly in front of Reinhold.
The one in front of Reinhold here, or this one?
The one I'm targeted, yes. Sorry, I wasn't sure what is his front. Is his front north of him?
Yes, yes, that one. Okay. Oh my god, another nat 20.
Jesus.
It's only natural for me to carry you all. Watch, I'm gonna eat dirt in a second. Just watch.
Go ahead and describe Vi as she obliterates this skeleton.
Taking advantage of them being like distracted and all, I take out my bow and I just take a second to line up, and in one fell swoop just let the notch go, and the arrow goes straight into the skeleton's chest and caves it all in.
Hmm. And what does Vi look like?
I mean, all I'm doing is like pulling out my bow and shooting an arrow. You
No, I
want to
mean,
twirl
like-
this time?
No, I'm just like, describe her. Is she tall? Is she short?
Well, she's the maximum height of Dark Elf, old habits. Dark Elf, at 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
So she towers quite tall on her own 2 feet, but she's also wearing like an extra inch in her boots, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Just tall and posing, quiet but deadly.
Gotcha. Okay. Next up we have Elia. Go ahead, Elia. If you'd like to describe yourself and do your action and such, feel free. And I cannot hear you, Elithana, because you're muted.
Yep, so she's a little taller side, almost fairly muscular for a human. Paler skin, strawberry blonde hair, but skin a little more tanned in places than you might expect, given her time working at the forge. She grabs the mace that she happens to be carrying, takes couple steps to the side, and let's see. The thing in let's see. Do I get? And let's see. Wait a second. Maybe I don't take two. Which one of these? It's hard to tell which token's which. Which token is an ally?
This one is an ally. This one is an ally. You know, the ones that aren't
Uh,
skeletons usually. This one's an
Yeah.
ally, and this one's
Yeah, I mean,
an ally.
it's dark enough that it's hard to tell them apart. So okay, so I don't get advantage on this one because technically it's not flanking, right?
Correct. You need. Well,
but,
this.
But if I was here, it would, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stop there then.
Okay.
And when you roll advantage. And I miss.
You do. Yeah, with your mace.
Now, if I do a perception check, how are my friends looking?
He's wounded pretty badly. You don't need to perception check that. He's wounded, and he's wounded. And he's in heavy plate armor. You can't tell how wounded he is. But the ladies in the back are fine.
But Salen is a bit on the injured side, right?
Yeah.
I'm 3 HP from being one of the skeletons.
Yeah, he's not welcome in this world, so... Oh, bonus action healing, word.
Yep, there you go.
Max heals on that too, Thalen. Saving your life, probably. Alright.
Thank you.
The skeleton...
I may whiff hitting the skeleton, but I don't miss healing my companion.
The skeleton champion here takes a swing with his great axe, another swing, first one missing, and then the third swing. All misses. As he rears up his axe, you can hear the creaking of his bones and armor, and Sergeant Terry turns around, takes the first blow on his shield, sidesteps the second one, sidesteps the third. Thalen, your turn.
Okay. Freshly healed Thalen is gonna take a second and decide that this mauler is a bigger threat than the skeleton looking on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Take a big old swing. My god, dude.
Yeah.
That's a 7. For everybody hoping that was something not a 7. That's a 7. So. Sorry, Thalen. Anything else in your turn?
No. I think he's good for now.
Not even a remark? Remarks are free actions.
No, he's gonna keep his embarrassment as private as.
I know. I can tell.
Yeah, Vi from the back.
Judging eyes.
Yeah, Vi from the back. You see all of this. You know, you can see that you missed. You will remember this.
From a distance, very silently.
Yeah, this skeleton archer is going to target you, Elia, and fire a shot at you. 20 hits.
Let's see.
Dealing 8 points of arrow
Let me
damage.
see if I have anything for that.
Ooh, you better, because that'll take you down.
I do not have any reactions.
Okay, you are unconscious and prone. So you take the arrow in your upper chest, probably between like your clavicle and your sternum somewhere up in that upper area. The pain, searing, knocks you straight on your back on the ground behind Thalen.
Oh.
Like that was exactly my HP.
Yeah. Did it roll max? It rolled just shy of max. 2 points shy. Okay. This mauler is gonna continue its attacks on the sergeant. It misses. this skeleton warrior is also going to continue his attacks on the sergeant. It also misses. Stabbing in, you just hear the scrape and scream of metal.
Who's that?
It is now Cinder's turn.
Did we
Honestly.
lose somebody?
Yeah, we did.
We are missing Jordan.
Yeah,
He'll be right back.
He'll be right back.
Hmm.
Discord's doing hashtag dumb shit.
But, you know, honestly, this is why you stay behind the tank. Everyone rushing in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't worry, we know. Yeah.
I'm supposed to be a bit. I'm supposed to be a bit of a tank, but I'm on the ground unconscious.
Oh my god, what did I?
Just me coming in and saving the day.
What do you mean I'm carrying all of you? Please.
I need you to carry on this left side too.
Okay, sure, I'll help. Don't worry. I've judged you wanting.
What are you swinging against anyway? The champion?
I'm just swinging, just looking cool swinging.
Okay. You miss. You're swinging your ball and chain above you in the air going, ah, all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And chastising everyone else for rushing ahead of me.
Do you want to move at all? Because you can. These two guys are dead.
And I'm just wailing at this champion here.
Okay.
The two in the back are also dead. That skull means they're dead, right?
Yeah, the skull means they're dead. This skeleton's going to take a swing, stabbing into the sergeant as he's moving around, trying to get a blade in between his plates. He does. He manages it. Dealing 5 points of damage to our beloved bucket. Okay. Bucket goes, ah! And he takes another swing at this guy here, down here in the corner, with his ball and chain. 13 misses. He's going to use his, nope, he can't. That's an action. Alright. Should have used that earlier. He's now regretting his decisions to charge in immediately. And, Amelia, it is now your turn.
Well, as promised, I should describe my character this round.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia is around 5'6" tall, and with the standard boots, an inch taller. She doesn't look all that muscly, especially with her right arm being missing and having replaced by a Magitech one. A prosthetic, as you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I should cast another spell. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile again, but this time on the champion.
Okay.
Ouch, that's not a lot of damage.
7 on the champion? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Your missiles blast into the back of it, dealing some significant damage, punching holes in its ancient armor. End of your turn.
She yells out, if we all survive this, I think we need some accuracy training from Vi. And I passed the turn.
Okay. Renault, it is your turn. You are the only other healer, I think. Just a heads up.
I was just thinking about that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scoot past Cinder here. Say, look out, little guy. Might lose a shin doing that. We'll see. And I'm gonna scooch on up to Thalen, and I'm going to cast
You mean
Lay on Hands.
Elia?
Elia. I'm debating if I use all 5 points or just 1 for the moment, because that'd be enough to get them up. I'm gonna stick with 1 for now.
Okay. The only point that matters is the last one, right?
Yeah. So, heal for 1. There we go. I rolled a D1, I think.
Yep, it worked. You are no longer
Nice.
unconscious, Elia. You are coming to. You're on the ground. You've got an arrow in your chest. Renault is to your right now, and he just is recovering from doing his spell. His action. And that is the end of your turn, isn't it, Renault?
That's right. Not much else I can do at this moment.
Yes. What does Renault look like?
Well, Elia looking up at me would see my boot probably first, which is fully metal. My left leg was taken off at the knee, and above the waist, I am a young, handsome man, probably right about 21. Dark hair. I actually forget his height all of a sudden, but I have a engraved longsword that looks like it's more. It's got a lot of artistry to it, but it's definitely deadly in its own right, very sharp, and shield on my left arm.
You have a very well-crafted longsword.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yes.
End of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now the skeleton warrior's turn. He's going to take a stab at Thalen. He's got his stabbing short sword swinging in, and he misses. Thalen, you parry the blow with your rapier. A well-practiced move. This skeleton archer is going to fire a shot in at... let's see, there's a bit of a mix here. We're just going to fire a shot at Vi. And that's going to miss. Vi, you see the arrow coming and you duck under it. It whistles past you.
Like more like a subtle shift of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it barely missed.
Skeleton warrior is going to take a swing on the sergeant. Ooh, manages to get past his defenses. Blade slipping past a well-armored plate, dealing 7 points of piercing damage to the sergeant. There is a pool of blood beginning to form underneath him.
Oh jeez.
Vi, it is your turn.
Which skeleton of the ones around the sergeant looks the most injured?
The most injured? This one is the least physically together. This one right here.
Looks the least?
Yes, it looks the least physically together.
Okay. Me too, bud. Don't worry.
It's holding it together as
Right,
best it
seeing
can.
how the captain is starting to get a little overwhelmed, I immediately shift my focus from Thane. I'm sorry, bud. Priority. And I turn my bow just enough to go to that skeleton, and I let loose another arrow. Oh no.
There it comes. There's the nat 1. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Do I have inspiration?
No, why would you?
Oh, but I got 2 crits in a row.
No, it's not how that works.
Okay.
Alright. You fire, and the arrow goes whistling through all these skeletons, some of them on the ground, some of them not, and goes right through this skeleton you were shooting at. But there was no flesh there, and there was no bone there, and so it goes right through it, out the other side.
Too
without,
precise.
Yeah, without,
Sure.
without hurting it at all. It is now Elia's turn. Elia, you're on the ground. You feel like shit.
Yeah, I feel horrible. Let's stand up, first of all.
Yep, okay.
That takes some movement. Now, the skeleton I was whacking at a while ago is still alive, right?
Yep, this one.
Yep, so let's whack at it again.
What a champ, just coming in and swinging after getting knocked
Now, how
down.
come Allo has Thalen targeted for some reason instead of the skeleton?
Well, 20 hits. I don't know. Let me just go ahead and fix that.
He probably has it coming. Knock some sense into him. Maybe he'll actually take the next arrow for his cleric.
The 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage is enough to destroy it.
And I have 1 whole hit point, so I will fix my 1 whole hit point problem.
With another 7.
That gets me back to full health, I think. And
Yep.
that is it for me.
Yep, go ahead and give your hit points back to you. Gotta fix your resources too. Hit points. Save to. There we go. Okay.
My token just vanished, at least on my character sheet.
Oh yeah, because I just updated it. There.
Oh, there.
Yeah, should be back.
Yay.
Let's see here. End of your turn, yeah?
Yep.
It's now this skeleton champion's turn. He's going to take his 3 attacks out on the sergeant. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a crit. "27 points of damage onto the sergeant. And the third attack also misses. As the sergeant is swirling around, defending himself from all angles, trying to take these skeletons out one at a time, the champion behind him raises the axe, swings, misses him the first time, raises it again, swings, carves a clean line through the plate, down his back, blood splashing the skeleton in an arc, and then the third swing, the sergeant has staggered out of the range of that third swing. And he is barely standing now. Bloodied and in trouble.
Oh shit.
Thalen, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try for this skeleton one more time.
Okay. "21 hits. Dealing 7 points of damage. You destroy it.
Oh, nice.
If you'd like to
Okay,
describe how that goes.
I think he gets the Thalen thrusts, gets the rapier into that hole in his rib, and then instead of doing some more conventional rapier move that might work on something with meat, he actually just leverages and tries to throw it into the ground.
And this works, ripping apart bone and leather that are barely holding itself together. It finally falls into a pile on the ground.
Nice. And then Thalen's gonna, he's feeling pretty proud of himself at this moment. He's gonna take a step forward onto that skeleton.
Okay. Alright. End of your turn?
That is the end of his turn.
Okay, this guy sees you being ballsy and is going to take a shot at you. That's going to hit. Boy, I hope you have hit points. Oh, yeah.
Well, what are fighters for, right?
Right. Okay, end of that guy's turn as he puts an arrow in you. This guy is going to take a swing at the sergeant. Missing. Blade scraping along, armor plating that is now rent. It is your turn, Cinder.
Well, Cinder's not going to get shown up, and he's also going to step up. Shoot. And
Oh, man.
he's going to put himself here.
You guys have overwhelm on the champion now.
Cool. That means we hit him with advantage.
Yep, everybody does. Oh my god. Why you rolled it at disadvantage?
Oh,
You need to re-roll that.
I just think it's funny they put yourself at a disadvantage on accident. Oh man.
There you go.
That's better.
That's better.
That's better.
Okay. Damage for me, please.
all right. Let's hit him with some blunt ball damage.
Okay. 13 points of damage, doubles to 26, dealing significant blow, destroying parts of this skeleton, armor pieces going scattering across Renault's face directly, and bone splinters get caught in the paladin's hair as you do significant damage to this champion. It's now the end of your turn, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. This skeleton warrior sees you as a threat and will now attack you. And it misses.
Too quick for him.
It's now the sergeant's turn, and he's going to attack the skeleton on the left of him. He will hit, dealing 14 points of damage, doubled to 28, destroying it. More scattering bones. More rattling. Amelia, your turn. Oh no. Oh, okay, you're back.
Yeah, I have returned.
Yes.
Amelia is taking a step closer, and the skeleton champion is still overwhelmed, right?
Yeah.
So once again, she grabs with her synthetic hand a little bit of powder from a pouch and firebolt,
Mm-hmm.
a blue one at the moment.
Wait, what? You're targeting this guy, right?
Yep, and that misses.
Yep, missed by 1. The
And that was my turn.
yes. As you're moving and trying to get your aim, the skeleton champion is beginning to move to get his next set of swings off. And as that line clears, he moves just out of the way, raising his axe. And in your line of fire is the sergeant, and you move your attack so that you don't hit him, which causes you to miss entirely. It's now Reynolds' turn.
God, I keep muting myself and forgetting about it. Okay, so I am going to. I've got a half a mind just to try to grapple with the guy right here and drag him away, but since he's in, since he's in the actual, since we've got him surrounded, I think I'm just gonna go for it. So having just resurrected Elia, I'm going to step forward and swing again. Oh, and I need to roll that at advantage, so I'll roll it a second time instead.
Okay.
There we go. Oh.
Well, that 15 would hit, because you get a +5. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage.
Nice.
Ooh, 12.
Ah, damn.
Nice.
Dealing 6 points of damage, because he's resistant to slashing.
Of course.
Yep.
No chance I can grab this like Mordhouse style and hold it by the blade and just smack him with the hilt.
No, you need an extra attack for that.
Aww.
Aw, yeah, I know. You're level 1. Hang in there.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, yes.
It is now the skeleton's turn. He's going to take a swing at Thalen. Thalen's between him and his primary target. And a 16 misses. Expertly parried, sir. Expertly parried.
Barely staying alive.
Yep. Archer's turn. He's going to take a shot at Cinder. .24 is a critical hit. 15 points of damage, halved to 7. You have 2 points of health left.
Oh god.
Plenty.
Bye, your turn.
Hello. Who's overwhelmed?
It is the it's the one with the red ring, the skeleton champion.
And that's if I, even from my distance, it would be advantage?
Yeah, because he's surrounded on all sides by, or at least on 3 sides by somebody, so.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a dagger at him.
Okay.
I'd be better at that.
Dagger's 20 feet, so you do need to get closer.
Oh. I'll move in closer then. Yeah.
Okay. 17 misses.
Wow.
Yep. End of your
Okay,
turn.
then. Yes.
Okay. Elia, your turn.
I'm trying to find the one that is overwhelmed. It's the one that's
It's this guy with
Red
a
ring.
red ring.
oh, that one there. Okay, that one. Yeah. So then I can. There's this the overwhelmed one. How does the overwhelmed one? How is it looking?
It looks pretty like it's on its last legs.
Yeah, the overwhelmed one is. Yay. I'll get it to make a wisdom saving throw then.
17.
Ah. And I will attempt to take a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can at least get its attention.
Okay. It's now the skeleton champion's turn.
I meant, yep, that's all I wanted to do.
Okay. Did you want the step here instead?
Let's see, what was that?
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I didn't realize that, for a moment, didn't realize that one was dead. Yes, I was up there.
Okay. It's going to take a swing at you. Because it's multi-attack. That's going to miss. Because you have an armor class of 18. So take a swing at Renault. That's going to hit.
Ugh.
Ooh, dealing max damage, 15 to you. You are down, sir.
Oh shit.
And then it's going to take a swing at the sergeant. Rolling a 12, comes out to a 15 and misses. Renault, you're down on the ground, unconscious, after the blade comes by and clips you in the face.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that is the end of that creature's turn. Thalen, your turn now.
Is he just down, or is he rolling saving throws?
He's unconscious, which means he will be rolling saving throws soon.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a little bit of leeway, medicine checks and whatnot, so...
Yeah, on my screen, he's on top of Elia now. Did he move?
Oh, no, I didn't mean to move him. He should be here.
Yeah, I had a moment of panic. I was like, oh no, where did Elia go?
She's still here. She's fine.
Okay, so I think I'm going to second wind.
Okay. For 4. Should bring you up to... 7. Okay.
And I think I'm better off finishing off these little guys. I'm gonna take an attack on this skeleton warrior I parried earlier.
Sure, yeah. Nope.
Yep.
As,
Yep.
as you go to stab, it parries your attack. Blades scraping against each other after you get a breath.
Yeah. Well, that's Thalen's turn.
Okay. This skeleton's gonna run at you and try to stab you with a dagger. And try to knife you in your gut. Misses. You see him coming and you step backwards out of the way.
Somebody ran out of arrows.
Cinder, it is now your turn.
Okay, let's see if we can hurt this guy. Come on, hit.
14 does not hit.
I'm going to snarl at him.
Mm-hmm.
Roll damage.
Emotional damage.
Okay. It is now this skeleton's turn. He's going to take a swing on the sergeant. And he misses. It is now the sergeant's turn. He's going to take a swing on the skeleton champion to try to finish him off. Ooh, big mess. Emilia, your turn.
Is the champion still overwhelmed?
Yes. No. No, he's not. He's not even a little bit whelmed. Because Renault went down. He does have his back to you, because he's kind of like in the bottom right-hand corner of his cube, his square, fending off the Sergeant, Thalen, Elia, and Cinder now.
Does everyone start off with an inspiration?
No. Why, do you have one? You shouldn't.
I do have one. I was wondering where it came from.
No. I don't think you should.
What if I feel really inspired, though?
Well, you know, maybe you should have reported that before the session. Raven, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular old firebolt.
Regular old firebolt saves the day.
Yeah, with a bright orange flame this time.
Ugh,
If that helps.
miss.
Nope.
This is a slugfest.
Well, that was it for me. I only have reactions.
Renault.
Yes, it is time. Alright, let me roll.
You know how to do that on this character sheet?
Yes, I think so.
There's-
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. 16.
Okay. I can't see these dice coming out. The fucking anxiety.
Alright, this skeleton warrior is gonna make a swing on Elia. He's gonna fucking hit her. I was gonna say he's gonna fucking beef it. No, he hit her. For 5 points. Stabbing her in the back. Perhaps what's going through Elia's mind is regret. This skeleton archer's gonna charge and attack Cinder with a knife. Oh,
You call that a knife?
he does, because he hits you with it. Taking your last 2 hit points as you go unconscious. Vi, your turn.
Okay.
There are 3 of you, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right now. Yeah, 1, 2.
I'm gonna keep the pressure on the skeleton. The
Champion?
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the pressure on.
He is the most dangerous.
No.
No. Okay. Breathe. Elia, your turn.
My turn.
Your turn.
Yep. Fun. Oh, I guess we'll do the thing again. Now, for the champion I do not have advantage on anymore, right?
No, you'd have to move here to have it.
And if I move there, I'm going to take a attack of opportunity, right?
Potentially.
Yeah, let's move there. I can handle the attack of opportunity.
You can, I think. What's your armor class again?
How many?
18?
18?
Oh, that does hit you.
Yep, just barely.
Four. You go down as you move.
So I'm at least there. Okay, lovely.
Mm-hmm. Nope, nope.
Oh, wow.
Didn't mean to make you invisible. It's this guy's turn now. This is take his swings on the sergeant. Natural 1. Also a miss. Also a miss. 3 misses. As you guys are beginning to fade in and out of consciousness, as you guys are getting taken down one by one by this impressive thrust into the city, this alley you were sent to secure, it seems like things are going very, very badly at this moment. Almost half a minute in, 30 seconds in. And that is the end of the Skeleton Champion's turn. Thalen, it is your turn.
Once again.
Once again with feeling.
Yeah, we'll see if the feeling helps this time.
Mm-hmm.
If the feeling is the ass puckering feeling, does that help?
The sphinctering.
Yes, that does hit though. Good shit. Ooh. 6 points of damage. Okay.
At least he's doing something. No shade.
No shade.
One tiny cut at a time.
One.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
I mean, I'm doing something. It just happens to be napping.
I'm on the floor.
Same.
That's something.
I'm dreaming about doing something.
Thalen, you get stabbed in the chest, right near the neck. It looks like this guy's gonna take you down too, but you are still awake. You're still alive. You're holding on. Cinder, roll me a death save. Ooh, that's one failure. This skeleton warrior is going to step over you and start heading towards Vi. 30 feet. Okay. It's now the sergeant's turn. He's going to take a swing on the champion. Oh my god. I can't roll over a 10 now.
Eating out too much.
Yeah. He's just blood everywhere. It's too slippery. Trying to get his feet. It is your turn, Amelia.
Does the skeleton warrior have any metal in its armor?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. With some sparkles between her fingers. A very well placed shocking grasp.
Oh, you have advantage. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, you crit his ass.
A 1 and a 20.
That's the full spread. Goodbye.
Maximum damage.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Annihilated. What happens to this guy when you blow him up?
The couple of bones that she touched start rapidly expanding and explode.
And then it just cascades from there as the lightning jumps from bone to bone and a shower of splinters. Okay. Did you want to move, Amelia, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Reynolds, your turn.
Oh boy, let's see if I get to live. Stress.
Oh, you're awake.
Yay! I love
You're
that.
at 1.
You
That's awesome. Wow.
you have
I'm
one
alive.
you have 1 hit point and you can take your turn.
Thumbs up. Get him.
Okay.
Finish that.
How does the champion look right now?
Just hit it.
He looks bad.
Just hit it.
Oh, you have advantage now.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot her.
Oh no, you need to
Oh,
move behind over Elia to get advantage from the sergeant because Cinder's out.
okay. Okay. And Elia's down, right?
Elia's down too. So you need to stand
Okay.
over her to get the advantage at the very least.
who all here is in death saves, and how far into death saves are we? Just so I
I'm good.
know.
Yeah, Cinder's
Is
good.
Elia good?
Cinder's got one failed death save. Elia hasn't thrown a die yet.
Kill it.
Okay.
Kill it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand over Elia. Oh, dice, don't fail me now, please.
Shoot her.
No chance I can use Mordhouse style here.
No, sorry, that's not in the rule
No.
book as far as I can see.
Damn. Alright. I'm doing it. Just normal strike. And well, it's now that I'm on that side, though, I get advantage, yeah?
Yes, you do get advantage.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to take its head right off of its shoulders.
Hey, bada, hey.
16 misses.
Oh.
Even in death, you let me down.
Ah,
Wow.
wow. You swing and it turns and it sees you. The blood running
no.
down your face from when it clipped you with the great axe, pooling in your armor. You're very squishy. You feel gross. It's hot despite it being so fucking cold.
And your head is throbbing. You're
Yeah.
in so much pain.
Yeah, man.
Give me your worst, demon!
You're fucked up. You want to continue moving, or are you good? Because you're still in its
That
threatened
is... Say it again?
range. You're still in its threatened range. And Thalen's turn is next. So
I'm gonna hang out here, because if Thalen can eliminate it, I'll give him advantage to hit, right? So
no, not where you're
I'll take
standing.
that. No?
Nope.
Oh, I see. Okay, so then I need to move here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Because that thing has 3 attacks. Yeah. This thing's gonna fuck off from Thalen. Thalen, if you'd like to make an attack of opportunity, you can.
I would love to.
Yeah, you've got a skeleton with its knife in your neck right now, and you're strong-arming it with one arm, and you're taking a swing. You hit it with that rapier with the other hand. With your...
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah! Was that 11 damage? Holy fuck, you kill him as he's getting away from you. So it starts to walk away from you thinking its buddy's got it, and he takes a rapier in the back of its skull, falls to pieces in front of it, in front of you. Alright.
Yeah, Thalen with his one whole health left, just thinking, coward!
This thing's also running by, pulling its knife out of Cinder, fairly certain it's killed Cinder. It's not very smart skeleton. It didn't go to skeleton school. It's going to run right by, because all this is happening at the same time. We do have to remember that one round, everything that happens in that round is at the same time. So, Renault only ends his turn there, but he will be there at the end of his turn as this guy moves past him. So Renault, as this guy's moving past you to get to Amelia, you pass by it like ships in the night, and you can broadside it as it leaves your threatened radius.
I would love to, because isn't this the guy that shot me earlier?
Yeah, he's the guy that shot you earlier.
Oh, yeah. No, I keep a grudge.
18. Yeah, that's gonna hit that skeleton archer. You weren't targeting him, but yeah, that hits him. 18.
Okay.
Yeah, roll
Sorry,
damage.
I will
It's okay.
target him now if it makes a difference, and I'm gonna snap that head off his damn shoulders. Wait, that was an attack roll? Hang on, did I? Alright, there we go, roll damn.
Yeah, you rolled damage. It's 11 points of damage.
I can't see the dice.
I know you're doing your best, buddy. You do 11 points of damage, clipping its face, ripping its jaw off. It's still moving towards Amelia with a knife. But, yeah. It's still up. He's got a knife!
He got a knife.
Vi, it's your turn.
You fool, we all have knives.
Also, you have a rapier. Anyway, as the first skeleton was like rushing towards me, I was in the motion of pulling out my rapier, and then Amelia had shocked it to death. And that's in the bow and a nod towards Amelia. I had rushed over the skeleton while the archers coming closer to her and like tried to thrust the rapier underneath the jawline.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't whiff. I whiffed it.
Oh, that hits.
And a sneak attack, technically, since we're right next to each other, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Love that for you.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Whoops, sorry, that was a crit. That was a crit.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a crit. It was a normal hit because you rolled 19 on the die.
Whoops.
But 3 plus 3 is 6, and then your bonus is more than enough to destroy this thing. It is dead. It only had 2 hit points left. How do you destroy this thing as it comes rushing for Amelia with that knife?
Well, since it's like missing some part of its jawline, I want to like poke it right off all the way in like precision strike.
Mm-hmm. You get your blade in between on the jaw, where the jaw connects to the rest of the head on the left side, going straight through the skull, and it shatters and falls into a pile of bones and dust at Amelia's feet.
And then just swipe my rapier away to throw away the bone remnants that like are pretty much like exploding in front of me, and then I try to like start racing around the front of Amelia and next to Elia, right?
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just brace with my rapier in a defensive position. Not sure if it does too much right now, but yeah.
We get the spirit of it, though.
Yes.
This guy's going to take his attacks. He's going to take 1 attack on you.
Don't I need to make a?
Oh, yes, you
saving
do.
throw?
Yes, you do. Sorry. That's my bad. I will delete that.
Please do.
I skipped your turn.
Thank you. Please do.
That is a successful death saving throw with a 14.
Yay!
Yay. And now we're going to attack Vi with the Great Axe.
Oh my god. Wait, no, I want the other one back. Wait.
No.
Maybe I should have spoken up.
How many hit points do you
Maybe
got?
I should just let my turn get skipped. And...
Oh no.
Whew.
I'm gonna take away. Just take away the attention from the captain for a minute. I'll throw down. I'll throw down.
Oh, good.
I think good. Oh my.
Oh, good.
God.
That was the
Well,
only. That's the only result where you don't die immediately. Because you have 10.
Because it would have been 10 over her max HP.
It would have been double her max hit points. It would have...
Oh.
So you live. You live because it doesn't deal 20 damage. It deals 19. So you are still alive.
Incredible. Incredible. I love it.
You live and die by the edge of the knife.
Oh my god.
So as you come running up to come at it, it swings, catches you in the gut, sort of like a baseball bat hitting somebody. You go, "Whoa!" You're on the ground, unconscious, and it takes its second swing at the sergeant.
Wow.
Missing, and its third swing at the sergeant. Third swing at the sergeant.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I've laid down my life for the sergeant.
Both of these attacks miss. Thalen, it is your turn. Your allies are looking fairly thin now.
Okay. So the game plan is for me to attack this this skeleton sergeant with advantage.
I suppose.
For the love of God.
I mean, I think I'd rather kill the little guy, but Renault has positioned well for this, so Thalen understands tactics. He's gonna go. I don't understand how dice work though, so I need to roll that.
Oh my god! Yes, you need to roll that at advantage. Actually, yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. There's an actual result. 18 does hit. Please roll damage for me.
Oh, yeah.
13 points of damage destroys the grieving skeleton champion.
Hey. Nice.
Nice.
I can finally die in peace.
In pieces? Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Rip it, pepperonis.
It is this guy who he takes his knife out of you. He's gonna try to stab you again. He does. He stabs you again. I don't know why I'm rolling. You only have 1 hit point.
Et tu brute?
At 2 brute. He finally stabs you again as you're like one-handed pushing him out there. You kill the skeleton that was running away from you. You see Vi get bodied, and then you slash the skeleton champion. How do you finish the skeleton champion off, by the way?
I kind of, I feel like what Thalen does is just throw caution to the wayside, and almost tackle this sergeant with his rapier in front of him.
Okay, you kind of throw yourself at that skeleton champion with your rapier, and the archer that is on you pulls his knife out at the same time. You feel your blood pressure drop. You begin to lose consciousness as that happens, and yeah, you wind up right where you are, on the ground, bleeding out, unconscious.
Worth.
Worth it. We dunked on that guy. Cinder, your turn. Go ahead and roll me a death saving throw. And if you can hear me, roll me a death save. Nice. You pass that save. Sergeant Terry, also known as Bucket, breathing heavily, surrounded by the bodies of his allies, of his trainees and his enemies, shakes himself, steps over Thalen, and says to the skeleton, "Nobody beats the shit out of my guys except me." Hits him with the ball and chain, and destroying it. That leaves no active enemies on the board. You guys have won the fight.
I'm immediately giving 1 HP to everybody that's down if I can. If I can just get to him.
Okay.
I'm fine. I got this.
Are you sure you got this? Because you're the only one of the 3 of them that has a death save that has failed. Maybe you should be the first one to get a point, huh? Because Elia's okay right now.
I'm gonna walk on over and give Cinder a point.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Excuse you.
He's gonna die.
All right.
Fine.
Okay, you get a point.
Just because he's cute and fuzzy. Okay, fine.
He is cute and fuzzy.
All right, so you give Cinder the point first. That means Vi and Elia, you need to roll death saves.
Can I also just try to stabilize them?
You can choose to try to stabilize 1.
You do the opposite.
The
Who do you
choice
like
is
better?
obvious. The choice seems obvious right now.
I don't think so.
It looks-
I really don't think so.
It looks less
Really.
obvious now.
I'm gonna stabilize by.
Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I want the sergeant to try to stabilize us.
He's he's looking at that gap in the wall there
Nice.
and is very unhappy about it. You are now stable and no longer bleeding out, Vi. You do not need to make any more death saving throws. You will
Nice.
recover 1d4 worth of hit points in an hour if left alone.
Yeah, leave me alone, please.
Let her take her nap.
I gotta take my beauty sleep, alright? Just
Yeah,
leave me alone.
this is nappies.
Anyway, I need to give Cinder that lay on hands. I never did. And then I guess I'll give lay on hands to Elia, and then one to Vi, and just get everybody up.
Well, Vi's fine. Thalen just rolled his first death save. He got a 19. So you want to give your next one to Elia, Renault?
Well, let me do the lay on hands here, just so I get rid of the thingy.
The sergeant
Use
is
ability.
dragging skeletons out of the way. He's just throwing them over this way.
Now, yes, now I will use it on Elia. That was the one for Cinder. This is the one for Elia.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm rolling it. I'm just getting it out of my thingy. But there.
Yay!
And then Thalen's down too.
Yep, Thalen's
Does
down
Thalen
too.
need to roll another death save?
He does.
Or
Yes, he needs to
Oh.
roll one more. He passed his first one.
sorry.
So he can't fucking die at this point, but yeah. Alright, so you get 1 point back, Thalen, after your death save fails, and you're awake.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll give one as well to Vi to just get her awake.
Okay. So +1 for Vi. And this is where we will take a quick break. We'll be back at 7:30, about 7 minutes, all right? So we're going to go to intermission. We're at intermission, 7 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. We are back here again. I will unpause the game, and you may begin your roleplay, if you please. So,
Do we have a company healer somewhere?
not here at the moment. The sergeant is busy gathering the bodies of the dead, the skeletons. He's throwing them. Yup. Yup.
Oh.
After I just threw a lay on hands into everybody and used every last point of it, I am just fucking tuckered out. I'm on my hands and knees at this point. 1 HP, 0 lay on hands.
Pale.
And it's only the beginning of the day, too.
I think Thalen's gonna spit a bunch of blood out.
Vi, are you still lying on the ground?
I was having a very nice dream and he woke me up. Yes. Can I get up now?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I stop being bloodied now?
No, you've only got 1 hit point.
Oh.
Yeah, but
I gotta wash this off. I feel nasty.
yeah, you can remove your prone statuses if you right-click on the big block. And
I think it did, didn't it?
yeah, if you right-click on it in the big. This is for everybody, but if you right-click it in the big block in the top right-hand corner of your screen, where it is, you should be able to clear it yourself. If you can't, just let me know. But the sergeant says, "Well, you guys look like shit." Blood runs out from under his armor. I think we should probably head back to battalion and patch ourselves up so we can get back out there soon. Day's just starting, but it's ending. You guys have been fighting all night, so.
You don't look too great yourself there, but Sergeant.
He does the thing where he points both of his fingers at his eyes and then one finger at you. I'm watching you, Renault.
I have my hand in front of my face, kind of like, even though I'm wearing a half mask, there's a little bit of amusement in this, in her, for her.
Okay, it says, all right, go ahead and get yourselves ordered. I'm going to check about us getting rotated out real quick. He's gonna step aside from where you guys are, just a little bit off, not leaving his particular spot, so he can still kind of see and hear you guys. But he's gonna like put a hand to his helmet, and you can hear him saying stuff muffled into something in there.
Do any of you think we can salvage anything off these skeletons?
I want to pick up my daggers and the arrows I used. What do I roll for that?
Oh, you know where they were. This is just a roll a regular survival check for me. Are you proficient in that?
Let me do a double check.
Normally it's like
None
a
of them-
D20
In
or something.
survival?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then you roll a natural D20 just without any bonuses, and on a 6 or higher, you recover the item.
Is it for... Sorry, I just have a follow-up question. Is it for... Do I get my daggers back definitely, or is it just for the arrows?
You get your
everything?
you get your daggers back definitely. It's your arrows that you need to recover.
Right.
Really, what we're
Okay.
rolling for is whether or not they broke. So, first one you get back. I think you fired like 3 shots.
I could have sworn I only started with 18 arrows for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that because I remember being a little. I didn't see 20 before I started knocking arrows.
Makes sense.
But I would say maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. So I'll give you back 2 for free because I definitely use those in testing, and then you need to roll. I'll give you the 1 back right now that you just recovered. So you need to roll 2 more times.
Did I do a 2d20 just to get it out of the way?
Yeah, sure. Okay, one of them definitely broke, so you do get 1 back.
So altogether I get
You should have 19 left.
both my dagger and then 19 altogether. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright, got it. Are we dismissed or are we ordered to go rest at this point?
He's still talking to somebody on the in his helmet, and you guys are milling out about behind him. If you'd like to have a moment with each other, you certainly can. If not, you can ask me to move the scene along.
Those maulers,
Mhm.
do they have hammers
Yeah.
or clubs? Or...
They have big mauls, so it's a long stick with a hammer on the end. So it's a big hammer.
Gimme.
You want one?
I want one.
All right.
I want one.
All right.
You just
Are
took
they
one?
made out of metal?
The head of them are, the shaft or not.
Does any one of them
They're-
have? Go ahead.
No, you're fine. These are two-hand weapons, not clubs, right?
Correct. They are two-handed.
Does
Yeah, yes. Go on,
any
go
of them have a shield?
The skeleton champion has a light shield. Which
I'd like to grab that one.
yeah. Okay. All right, I will get that for you.
Are they carrying anything else, or just their ancient armor and weapons?
Yeah, just their mostly rusty ancient armor and weapons. So let me get you that shield. Items. Equipment. I thought I had that here somewhere.
Give me that loot.
There it is. Light shield. There you go. Okay. So that should bring your armor class up to 14, Cinder. And with that maul actually has the rusted quality right now. So what that means is if you look at your guidebook and you look at the crafting guide, no. If you look at the traits guide, under weapon traits, there's the scrap and then there's the rusty. The maul is rusty. So it's salvageable, but it deals 1 less damage than normal. So you do need to have it treated by a smith before it can be considered normal. So it is rusty.
I'd rather have 1 less damage than half damage. I'll take it.
And how difficult is it to treat?
You just need the proper equipment and time because you're a well-schooled smith. It shouldn't be hard for you to clean that up. Some oil, some steel wool, and you can do that. You just need some time and a place to do it that's safe.
I'll take a maul as well.
Okay.
Are we
No.
shopping here?
I'll help carry the third one, I guess. I mean, we might as well.
You guys are
Even if it's just scrap metal, right?
yeah. You guys are looting right now, so you know.
Is there any extra daggers I could pick up?
Yeah, there are 2 daggers you could pick up.
I want them.
Okay.
What was the champion wearing?
Oh, his armor was plate, but it's it's heavy and it's old. It would be very difficult to carry around without help.
Oh, I made a copy of a dagger. Was I not supposed to do that?
You can do that. Yeah.
Well, is it fixable plate?
You'd have to spend some time inspecting it.
Yeah, okay. I will do that because I'm proficient in heavy armor, but I couldn't afford plate to begin with. So if this gives me plate, then I will be happy with that.
Okay.
Why is there
Buck-
2?
I would love the plate mail upgrade.
It's showing me that you have 4 daggers now. You should have... Yeah, you should have 4 total daggers. So I'm going to remove one from your entries.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to delete this one. I was trying to figure out why that was. Now I should be 1 dagger but 4 quantity of it.
Yep. Okay, so I gave Cinder a maul, I gave Renault a maul, and I gave Elia a maul. And then that's...
And I want the plate.
And you want that old rusty plate.
Yeah, that I could hopefully clean up.
Yeah.
But Bucket's over there watching us put on all this trash.
He's like, what the fuck, guys?
Like to see them bounce this off their bones. I say as I kind of tap the edge of the maul against the parapet.
I want a skull.
Okay, you grab a skull.
Yes. I'm gonna name him Wilson.
Bucket says, oh, don't do that. Don't name him Wilson. Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
So the rusted plate would give me what AC?
Let me get to that. I'm just trying to keep up with the adding the rusty quality to the malls at the moment.
Okay.
While everyone else is looting, Amelia grabs her dagger and scrapes a little bit of the rust with the blunt side of it, collecting a small pile of rust dust.
Okay.
You already
I'll,
gave me I don't need another one.
Oh, where'd you put it?
In my backpack.
Oh, okay.
There's
I'm
room.
gonna turn around and look towards these three. Thalion, Vi, Elia, are you all alright? I would have given more healing if I had the ability to, but I think
Oh,
everyone needed some.
Yeah, but I gave as much healing as I had in me, and somehow we managed to survive that.
I'm gonna lumber off a little bit.
I think
I'm gonna wait for the sergeant's orders to go back.
I think instead of replying, I'm just gonna spit more blood.
I pull out a card from my deck of cards and start playing with it like to do a sleight of hand trick. Hold on, let me roll for it.
Sure.
I'm just gonna pat
You
your
might want to
cauldron.
get that checked out, Thalen.
Oh, bro, that's okay. It's practice.
Okay.
I think I got stabbed in a lung.
Try. If it hurts when you breathe, try to breathe less.
Okay.
Is that medical advice? I've never really been a doctor.
He starts getting more pale.
But breathe some at least. God.
Thalen, breathe. Breathe, the sergeant says. We're ready, we can go. Are you done looting the
just
ancient
a hacking,
dead?
coughing.
Cinder's gonna hand puppet the skull that he's carrying. I don't know. Are we done looting? I think we're done looting.
Are you gonna ignore my card magic tricks?
No, Amelia.
I just got a 20 and then I started doing like magic tricks with the card. Is this your card? Vanish.
It almost makes my stab wounds hurt less. Hey, do I
It
have an
distracted
arrow in my
you.
side?
I didn't know you can cast invisibility.
I put the cards away.
Mm. Yes, you do amazing hand tricks with the cards, but it seems like most of the people only noticed near the end when Sergeant was like, "Oh, let's go." And as you guys get ready to go, the sergeant walks over to you, Renault, pulls the arrow out from under your armpit, nice and clean.
Oh, dude.
It hurts a lot. He's like, "All right, come on, let's go."
Wait, he's gonna.
He'll be okay.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
He's gonna be okay. He's fine.
Did you say?
I thought my family was terrible.
Listen, this is the army. We have to do things a certain way. And if he dies on the way back, well, that's his problem. We have no time right now. We're busy. Keep up, Renault.
Well,
I'm gonna help Elia carry that plate armor.
he's
I
not
think
gonna
you mentioned
treat
it would
the
be two
wounds.
people.
You could get an infection. You know that.
We'll get it treated when we get back to base. We don't have the stuff to do it here anyway.
And I shouldn't have a problem with the armor, right? Because I was able to. I actually donned the armor.
You donned it? Okay. Yeah,
because
that's-
it's 2 AC better than what I was.
Well, we don't know what it's gonna be like. You have to inspect it first because it's damaged. So
Okay, then I'll swap back then.
yeah. Okay, so you guys go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and remove you guys from the scene. Doody doot, and take you
It's
over to headquarters.
it's just a little bit of what's called tetanus. I'll be fine.
There you are, Amelia. And here's Cinder, and here's Renault, and here's Elia, and Renault's broken, and here's Vi, and here is here's the sergeant. And Renault, why are you broken? Portrait? Ah, that's why you're broken.
That's probably the lockjaw setting.
That's right. That is right. Okay, I fixed it. And it's still broken on your end, though.
Mm.
That's okay. As you guys arrive, and I'm gonna fix your... God fucking damn it. Hold on.
Look, a solar eclipse.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that in a second. I have something that'll fix that. Configure lighting. There is global illumination. We're gonna tie it to sun position of the day. And there we go. You should be able to see now. Now I'm gonna fix Renault. I'm gonna fix you. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
You can fix them.
I'm gonna fix him. I'm gonna fix him. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be usable again. There he is. Woo! Okay. So as you guys...
my eyes work again.
I'm a real boy. As you guys are arriving here, a large dog comes running towards you guys. Oh, where's Thalen? I left him behind.
I collapsed en route from.
There's Thalen. The dog is running up to you, Thalen. It leaps at you to tackle you and starts licking your face.
Ah! Just a very undignified noise.
And more, I'm populating more NPCs at the moment. Okay. You guys are free to move around. It's your scene, everybody.
I try to figure out if there's anybody that has healing ability.
I just need to sit down for a minute. I'll be right as rain. Do I know these folks over here?
Yeah. These folks over here, the two Daglings and the guy, come and go. They usually talk with Cinder. Cinder's on the map, right? Yeah, there he is. Make sure Cinder actually made it to the map.
What is this? What are these?
This is these two guys. These are Daglings. There's one that's a dog, and the other one is a cat.
Oh my god!
I love that. I love that so much.
And
This one, he knows how to have a fun time. He knows how to have a fun time.
Yeah. And there's the guy next to them who's scarred, and he's kind of talking to this dude here. He says, "Listen, Hadrian, I'm really tired of your shit today. I don't have time for your conspiracy theories. Where the fuck is Cinder?" Oh, there he is. Cinder, how are you? Are you all right? This is Asher, your handler.
Yeah.
You look like you got the shit kicked out of you.
I kind of almost got the shit kicked in me.
Okay, all right. Well,
I got shot.
I didn't fucking ask you, guy. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
He didn't fucking ask you anything.
Toby, Cinder, Marcus, come on, let's go and talk over here.
I grab a rock, and I pull up my rock, and I start trying to look through the armor and the maul to see what will be done with them, what I can do with them.
Sure. It'll take you some time and dedicated focus, so that you'll be doing that for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. If you'd like to make your Smith's Tools check right now with that, you certainly can. There's a button for that in your character sheet.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
One per object you're inspecting.
Yep. Let's see, where is my tool? Here it is. And do I get a, is it normal? There's no reason I get advantage on it, right?
Right. No reason. 11. Is this for specifically
The maul.
the maul? Okay, so this one is Rusty should be able to recover it with some oil and some steel wool.
That's to the armor.
This armor is scrap, unfortunately. It is best used in being melted down. It's a piece of junk. It barely serves its purpose. The first time you are hit while you wear it, you roll a d20. On a natural 1, the armor is destroyed. The second time you are hit, a 1 or 2 destroys the armor, and so on until the armor is eventually destroyed.
Oh, okay. So because that's garbage. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any mauls that they need to have looked at?
Renault kind of raises his hand. Would you mind taking this over?
Let's see. Renault's maul. I don't know what that gives me, but I rolled a 9 plus whatever the bonus is.
It should be a +3 for the
12. Yeah.
Yeah, so 12. Yeah, it's fine. It's rusty. It just needs a little look-see over. So Vi leans against a tree. I'm gonna get to everybody. I know it's exciting that we're on a new map and stuff. I'm gonna get to everybody. We're just gonna go through the tools check, and then we'll move on to the next person and so on.
And can I get a short rest out of that while I'm doing that?
No, you're doing a dedicated activity.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so I spend my time doing that.
Okay, so yeah, all your 12s reveal that the 12 reveals that all of the mauls are basically the same. They just need some love and care. So, okay, so Vi, you lean up against the tree here and start playing with your cards absent-mindedly. The sergeant walks past you, eyeing you up as you begin to do that.
You will meet his gaze in a silent manner.
Okay. And he heads towards the building. Shuts the door behind him. Okay.
What's inside that building?
That's your headquarters building. It's where your barracks is and your
Okay.
commanding officer and such are. And this is your storeroom over here where your supplies are kept. This map will eventually change as you progress throughout the campaign.
Oh, that's nice.
This is your headquarters, so.
How long do we have? You can take a short rest or what?
You are going to be here for the rest of the session, so you may do whatever you would like.
I like to recover and mend my wounds.
Okay. You'll spend some time doing that as well. But this is your opportunity to get some role play in. So recall the cadence of the campaign where we will do certain things in a certain order. So we have moved away from our combat section of this part of the intro into our role-playing section of this part of the intro. So there won't be another combat encounter today unless you guys pick a fight. So, because you're well on behind your own lines, you're safe here. So
Something tells me I'd lose a fight I picked right now.
could be your one hit point. But yes, if you'd like to roll a long rest now just to make yourself feel better, you can.
Okay. Because I probably will forget next time we come back. What's everyone else doing?
That's what is everyone else doing? We know Elia is busy working over that armor and looking over those malls. And Amelia, you are currently sitting down near the campfire, and you've got a small notebook out, and you're writing some notes.
Yeah, she is writing some notes in a fine script, quite small letters. But if you would read over her shoulder, it would be just common Kruik. Nothing fancy going on over there. She would look over to Elia, asking how it is going. With the identification of the rusted stuff.
Yep, but I mentioned all the armor's garbage, but the malls just need some cleaning up.
If you could do me a
Unfortunate
if you could-
about the armor because I was hoping it's definitely better than what I currently have, or would have been if it had been salvageable.
if you could do me a favor, could you take a small piece of the armor for me?
Yep, I do that. And so I give a small piece of the armor to Amelia.
Thank you. She looks it over for a moment before pocketing it into her one of her pockets and writing something additional in her notebook.
The puppy.
This Titan comes over and sits down next to Thalen.
Yeah, I assume since we've spent some time together as a unit, that everybody else has already met.
Yes, everyone's met Titan. Titan is a big dog. He likes belly rubs and scritches and playing with ball, and he loves Thalen the most in the whole wide world, but he's a friendly dog, and everyone seems to be his best friend.
Good question. Is there a table or a chair inside that I could just sit and play my cards at?
Yeah, there's a table and chairs inside the...
Okay, I'm going to start striding inside unless someone stops me.
Okay. Someone stop me. Stop me, Shmee. Stop me. Sorry.
Can I go through? Can I go through?
If
There. Wait, can I not go through?
You have to click on the door icon to...
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Okay. That was open for some reason.
Oh,
It's nice.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
gonna-
gonna be tossing the ball with Titan.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause.
That's how
here.
Thalen's gonna
Is this
wind down.
door, the door was open.
Yeah,
Is there a conversation in here?
Yeah, there's...
It was when I came in, yeah.
Yeah, there's a conversation happening in there as you come by it.
I'm gonna wander into. I'm potentially looking for someone who might be able to like close my wounds a little bit. You know, I don't want to bleed over everything. What can I say?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the sergeant didn't tear the arrow out of you and didn't wrap your wound up, you've probably been bleeding all the way here.
You're fine.
Thumbs up.
I don't think he wrapped my wound up. I think he just pulled the arrow out and said, "Nah, come on."
Walk it off.
Is there any sort of the conversation I can eavesdrop for a few seconds?
Yeah, I was getting there. I want to just acknowledge the other stuff that's happening as well, and I'll circle back to this. Yeah, so Thalen, you're playing ball with Titan. Titan is definitely trying to make you go longer, and you're wounded really badly, so throwing it is a little sad. When he comes up and brings it back to you, and he keeps wanting you to throw it farther.
He's getting my maximum effort. It's just still pitiful.
Yeah, it's just pitiful right now because you're in such bad shape. Over here in this part of the conversation, we've got Marcus and Toby. You know these two. Marcus is the cat. Toby is the dog. Cinder. So you know them both. Marcus goes, "Hey, come on! You look like you're gonna die, man. Are you all right?"
Not really. I kind of got shot.
What happened to you?
Well, you see, there was these 30 skeletons, and they charged, and I took out the vast majority of them. I mean, the others, they kept just slacking off.
No.
And this one archer got this lucky shot in.
You can't trust these humans to get anything done right. We were the ones made for war, you know? You can't trust them to fix fucking anything. Yeah, right, Asher. Asher just nods. He says, "You gotta be more careful, Cinder. I can't explain to you enough that if you fucking die, it's gonna be a problem. We're gonna have issues. Least of all, me digging you up and killing you again. But we're gonna have a hard time making more of you if there's only 2 of you left. The next batch isn't old enough yet to fight."
I know. I wasn't even close to dying. Look, I'm fine.
He pushes you.
I completely fall over flat on the ground.
Not close to dying, huh? All right. You take your well-earned R&R. Toby and Marcus and I are gonna head out to the front and put some work in. We'll see ya. Yes.
I like to think that I have these cute little furry paws. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now, one of them's up in the air with a single finger extended.
He said, Asher says, "That's the spirit soldier. Want to see more of that out of you." Marcus says, "Don't worry, Cinder. We're going to kill some of them, but we'll leave plenty of them for you." And Toby goes, "Yeah, we're going to kill some of them. We're going to kill all of them." And they start walking off. Okay, so I'm gonna circle back. I'm just gonna come in here and do this conversation that's happening, and you guys are kind of eavesdropping on. So the first part of it that you hear is the tail end of the report of your fight. Oh, damn it! It's doing the thing. The report of your fight that you guys just had from the sergeant. He's reporting in directly to Furia there. That is the lieutenant who's in charge of you from a combat perspective.
Tiefling looks like? No, sorry, not Tiefling.
No. She is a young Cheyenne woman. You've seen her here before. You've been here for a few months. She's a young Cheyenne woman. She's getting close to 20 or so years old. You're not really sure. Human ages are weird. But she's got, black hair like Amelia. She's got bronze or brown skin like Amelia. She's got green eyes. She's got an attitude. And she's probably one of the best fighters you've ever seen. And she knows Reynolds, too. So Reynolds and her are fairly close. So the sergeant is reporting in the end of the fight's results to Furia, and she says as first comment, but you can hear that the commander is in there, and the major, who is the intelligence officer, is in there as well. She says to the sergeant, "You really need to whip your guys into shape. That kind of result with so many of them going down against that size enemy force is not going to cut it when we have, squad after squad of them pouring in to sensitive areas. It's not going to be good. We've already got, at least 1,000 of them wandering the city that have managed to break loose. We're going to spend the better part of, tomorrow or next week hunting them down. So you got to get your guys back into better shape. The sergeant nods and says, "We'll do, ma'am. We'll do. We're gonna, spend the time necessary to whip them back into fighting shape. This really, this is some of their first real fights, so, bit of a doozy." She says, "No excuses, Sergeant. This war is going to take it out of all of us if we don't, win. So we have to." She looks over to the commander, and commander says, "Dismissed, Sergeant. Get your people some rest." He salutes and walks out and shuts the door. "Get yourself some rest, some food."
Sergeant.
And he goes over and
That's plan, Sergeant.
he sits on his bed, starts taking his equipment off.
Start heading to the table. And sit down in a
Same.
chair.
Ideally, a little quietly, because I don't want Furia seeing me like this.
Well, don't hold your breath.
Okay. You guys want to have a scene in here, or you?
Or I am basically... I've pulled out my deck of cards and I kind of look across the table at Reynaud because he seemed to have followed me without even saying a word, but I had don't known that he was following because he's loud. And I kind of look at him
Clomp, clomp.
objectively.
Sure. What do you play?
What would you consider be the card game that would be played often, I suppose?
So if you open up the item itself, you click on Edit or View Item, it'll show you some information there about popular Corinthian games. No.
Oh, well, I love that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys can read through that and decide what you guys play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The most popular game, though, is North and South. So it's easy and.
Oh, there's a typo. No, my OCD.
Oh no! Oh, I see it now. Fuck. I will have to fix that on the master copy of that, but I will fix it on yours first.
So what is the real world equivalent? Because I'm really bad at card games.
North and South is just war. It's just you divide the deck in half and then you go through it.
High card wins. So whoever has the highest number of wins of a round?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna shut up and let other people go, but I'm gonna read this first.
Okay. Let's see. Back over here, Cinder has joined the campfire.
Yeah, he's just kind of wandered over and sat down on a stone, set down his ball and chain, and just kind of cleaning himself up a bit.
Hadrian here, sitting next to you, is the camp hangers-on. He is always around your battalion HQ. He kind of lives down the street, you think. But he's always here when you guys are here. And you think he's just kind of like hanging out here because he wants to be part of things. But he's older. He's got a gimpy limp. His eye is perpetually black from getting the shit beaten out of him, you suppose. And he looks real scruffy and bad. And he whistles at you and he says, "Cinder, are you okay, buddy?"
I'm gonna kind of look out of the corner of my eye and just slowly shake my head.
What does that mean? Does that mean yes or does that mean no?
No, I am not okay.
Oh. Alright, well. Anything I can do to help?
Can you heal an arrow wound?
No, I can't do that. No. I can't do that. I can't heal an arrow wound. No. If it was anything other than an arrow wound, I might be able to help you, but I can't help you with an arrow wound.
What about dinner?
Oh, well, if you got any, I'm down for it.
You're a testament to your species.
Thank you. He smiles.
Cinder's gonna look over at Amelia, Elia, and Thalen, and then back over.
Thalen's visibly confused, wondering, like, what's special about arrow wound?
All right. Yeah. Any sort of conversation the four of you want to have amongst each other?
Whenever Elia's not busy, I'm just gonna. Thalen's gonna meekly walk over and see if he can get any help with the arrow sticking out of his prosthetic.
What do I need to do to make that better?
Not a whole lot. You can just make that better. That's not a roll necessary.
Okay.
No roll necessary.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, there are worse places you could get hit by an arrow. Comparatively, that's likely one of the safer places to get hit. At least it didn't hit any vital parts.
It does have its uses. I think I'd rather have the arm still, but bright side.
Okay. Sorry, I was talking to myself.
Bright side is important. I mean, although I'm not sure exactly if there is any bright side to being here. But she tries not to grumble yet again for the umpteenth time about what happened to her missing paperwork that would get her out of this godforsaken hellhole.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Hellcourt's all the better for having us here.
Hadrian pipes up and says, "Yeah, it sounds like you guys had some serious action today. You guys all right? What happened?"
We just ran into some skeletons of various varieties that managed to invade further than they were typically had been. About two of them for every one of us, and we did about as best as could be expected, I guess.
Hey, it's pretty good. You guys they outnumbered you 2-1? That's a lot. Like, you guys are pretty tough. You managed to get through that. Listen, I couldn't fight something like that. I'm just a guy. Well, you guys are something special for being taking that kind of fight on.
Well, it's all a day's work around here.
Oh, dang. Speaking of work, I gotta get going. Boss is gonna be looking for me. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Shinder, if you've got dinner, planned, I'd be happy to join you. I'll see you though. See ya. Bye bye. He stops at the road there and waves again. Bye. And leaves.
Does anyone have any
Very-
idea who that person is?
I thought you knew him.
Alright, you ready to play?
Sure.
So I shuffle it, divide the deck, half the suits per player. So like half the deck, divide it, then half it for each player, and then they draw one card, and whoever is higher wins. Is that how I understand it?
Okay, so for War of North and South, you divide the deck, half the suits per player. So that's you give him 2 suits and you keep 2 suits, and then you randomly draw from that deck to pull each card out. Unless you're talking about Wheel of War, in which case it moves a little differently.
No.
Yeah, so you just divide the deck in half and then you shuffle. Each of you shuffles and that's random draw.
How'd that look in a roll? 100?
No, you roll the intelligence check that goes with the playing card set. So there's a button there for you, and then he would make the same roll. If he's proficient in cards, he would get the same. Let me.
Shit, am I proficient in cards? I don't know.
You are not. So you get to roll an intelligence check with no bonuses attached to it.
Oh, I'm so smart, guys. That's a great roll for me.
What would that look like?
Yeah. So on your tools that on your character sheet on the attributes
So you
page.
just roll normally.
Yeah, you just roll normally. You beat the pants off him. Like if you were betting, he would owe you so much money right now.
Oh god.
Okay. So that was the charity round. Do I actually have any money on me?
You have 25 gold pieces on you.
How much would be like? See, if you want to put $1 down in the low stakes gambling setting.
The lowest stakes gambling setting, if you guys were talking, it would be penny, which would be the zinc. It's a copper coin. Renault famously doesn't have any money. There's a reason why he doesn't have any money. It's because Furia over there is constantly kicking his ass at every card game because she's very good at cards. And so
This game is rigged.
She has all of his money.
So I start shuffling and look at him. It's like, you want to go again?
May not be the only reason that she has all his money, but
It's
Oh,
easier
my.
than playing against Furia, I swear.
I wouldn't be so certain.
We're not playing for money, right? As long as that's the case, I'm in.
No, don't play him for money. He doesn't have any. Furia says it that way.
That's
I'd
what
be
I'm
willing
saying.
to give you full gold if you give it back to me in advance. But if I gamble it all back, you lose everything.
I'm confused by this rule.
I will give you 1 gold, and you gamble it with me. But if I win, I take it all back.
Okay, so if you win, you get it all back. If I win, you lose a gold?
Yep. And then we can play more again in the future. How's that sound?
Honestly, I'll take that bet.
Furia.
It's like what do you really win if you win? I mean, Renault has everything to
We're
win and
just
nothing to
playing
lose.
Furia
I don't care.
face
Money is
palms.
immaterial. You have to understand it. Money is immaterial for me.
Then why bother playing for money to start with?
Because it's the rush.
Because it's the sense of gambling. Obviously, you haven't gambled before. Obviously.
Go ahead.
Is that a yes or a no?
That's a yes. I'll play.
Furia face palms. And then looks
So I put the cold coin on the table.
Okay, you put a gold coin on the table. And you guys now make your opposed checks. Their intelligence.
You can do it one or two ways.
Oh
You
boy,
know.
intelligence.
Come on, you have some intelligence there, right, Renault?
It's got a +1.
Not much.
It's got a +1.
Hey, don't
Did that roll?
just don't worry about it. All right?
Did that roll at
And-
all? I can't
And
tell.
I draw
you
the
got an 11.
card, draw the card, and
An 11.
or draw, and then we draw. So we draw one more time. That's
Yep. Yep.
It looks like luck may be on your side.
Priya looks you up and down, Renault, and sees how wounded you are, and she scoffs in disgust and walks away.
They got a lucky shot on me.
Focus.
Hmm.
Ooh. That's...
I have no idea what I rolled, but by the sound of that, it wasn't good.
That's even worse.
And he wins.
He does, because he rolled an 8 and you rolled a 4.
Oh.
And so I put my hand out, the gold coin. It is yours. Is yours now.
It'll
Oh,
probably
cool.
soon be furious. It'll probably be furious soon enough.
Yeah, but you're not there at the moment, so you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm still resting outside. Yes.
Reynolds, I've given you a gold, and I've taken one away from Vi. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
I regard Renault and it may yet still end with Thayland. Heyo!
heyo, with that period, Thayland.
Sorry, fat thumbed it.
It's okay.
Well earned.
All right, so let me go over a couple of things because we would be overtime right now. So we're gonna kind of like shift a little bit into a more administrative section of our game this evening, just to cover the regular cadence of how we would normally go about things. As we discussed at our session 0, and this is for the chat to be aware of now, for everyone who comes behind and watches us to be aware of, the cadence of the game will be your downtime session will be next session, so you will get a full week of downtime in that session. So have an idea about what you're going to be doing for your downtime. There's going to be plenty of room to role play during that time period. Our sessions will run from 5:30 p.m. US East until 8 p.m. US East. So we're 23 minutes over. I just wanted to give you guys more time to role play for this first session. And because Door of Eternity is not happening tonight, just, gave us a little extra padding. We won't normally have that. So we end at 8 sharp. And if we're in the middle of a fight, we just hold off until we just stop where we are and pick it up the next week, the next time we play. So your next session will be a downtime session here at headquarters, which will encompass about a week of days, which is 12 days. So you will have that many days of downtime activity to do stuff, progress yourselves, train yourselves. It is an exact measurement, so if you need a little bit more of information about how the downtime system works and how we're going to be keeping track of it, let me know. I do have a means to take care of it, but a lot of it's going to be pen and paper on my end because the system can't back me up on that right now. It just doesn't have the means to, so I'm going to have to just do it the old-fashioned way, which is fine. So there's a lot of different things you can train. You can train your stats, you can train your skills, you can pick up new proficiencies. So Renault, you could use the week as an opportunity to learn how to play cards for once. So Furia doesn't take all of your money because Vi might be willing to teach you. But you have to role play out convincing Vi to actually teach you. And if she would do such a thing, that would be a decision for Vi to make as well. So there's that. You have to be able to rely on each other to fill in those skill gaps and help each other out. So a character who's strong can teach a character who's weak how to be strong by training them, right? A character who's wise might be able to help a character who's not so wise bridge that gap by teaching them. So there's you guys are resources for each other in that sort of way. The officers around you are also resources in that sort of way, depending on what they're good at. For example, you guys know your commander is a sorceress. She is a spellcaster. And so she may be able to help you learn some spells or understand some magic or some lore around magic and the way that all works. And if you're not a magical character, as in you have no spells to begin with and you don't have any natural magic coming to you from any other direction, she may be able to see if you can suss out any magic potential that has been laying dormant in you. That is to say, if you want to multi-class down the road, you will have to go through training first to be able to multi-class into a spellcaster if you're not already a spellcaster. Does that make sense, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. I know I'm...
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry. What if I wanted to do it in a very specific way? Can I talk to you about it?
Yeah.
Off
Yeah.
stream? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing is, like I said, this base camp will progress as you guys progress during the campaign, and you will receive your various rewards as you progress through the campaign. But what this does have is we will be using a particular utility sheet here that will hold your inventory and your other stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you observer status over this particular sheet. We need Daniel, and we need Darrow, and we need Jordan, we need Kiva, and we have Alethana already, and we need Raven, and I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's everybody. So in your actor tab, you should see under Bib a new folder that says Utility and the 14th Bane Knights group there. So that should have, you should be able to open that up. You should be able to see some information in there. There is an inventory in there. If there's any crap in your inventory you want to offload, you can throw it in there.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys some time to do that after stream. I'll be ending stream right about now, so that you guys can have some time doing that. And that's pretty much it. So, stream, thank you for coming out and seeing us, chat. We love you. We'll see you again in 2 weeks for session 2 of Baptized in Blood. We will not have Door of Eternity until July at some point. So, sorry about that, but it is what it is. And hang in there, all right? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.